The 2020 election is at the top of his platform, but gubernatorial candidate Tim Ramthun says his campaign is about more than just that issue. NBC 26's Kelsey Dickinson sat down one-on-one with a Republican candidate for governor. She has our exclusive interview.
Despite no evidence of widespread voter fraud, Timothy Ramthun has claimed that Donald Trump won Wisconsin in 2020's presidential election and wants to overturn the state's electoral votes.
The election should not have been certified in 2020.
Ramthun says in his run for governor, election integrity is a key issue.
I wanted to dissolve the WEC and move the function to the Secretary of State. Now, some people are concerned, including the Speaker, about putting our elections in control of a partisan position. Well, if you don't cheat, there shouldn't be a problem with who runs point on administrating our elections.
Ramthun says the state should update its voter registry to remove names of the deceased and look closely at how people are voting.
You either do it in person or you mail your absentee ballot to the clerk. That's it. Drop boxes should not be used.
And while that's a big issue for the state representative, it's not the only one. Overall, as you start your campaign, what sets you apart from the current administration and what sets you apart from some of your opponents?
Well, from an administrative difference, pretty much everything.
Ramthun currently serves as a state assembly member and sits on the Kewaskum School Board. He says education reform is a big issue.
I want to see the money for students follow the student, call it the backpack effect, where instead of putting it toward buildings and districts, it would follow the students. So it would put a competitive element into the education process.
Ramthun says he wouldn't mandate COVID-19 vaccine requirements for students or staff. And although he's not fully vaccinated, Ramthun encourages people to make the best choice for them.
It should be offered as a choice, as an option. There's enough information out there about the matter, and they should be able to make their own decision.
On another issue, Ramthun is opposed to the recreational use of marijuana, but says medical marijuana isn't off the table.
We have an opioid epidemic in our state. I would like to have a conversation about medical use of the marijuana elements if it can reduce the amount of other medications people take.
Finally, Ramthun says he'd like to save the state's $3.8 billion surplus, but says he'd put some of it toward education reform and transportation needs. Kelsey Dickinson, NBC 26.
NBC 26 has sat down with all three Republican candidates for governor. Scan this QR code to see what Rebecca Clayfish and Kevin Nicholson had to say about issues like education, health, crime, and elections. The Republican primary is in August.